This is the Hawaii Energy Policy Forum, 7th Annual Hawaii Clean Energy Day program. It's great to see you here to celebrate clean energy, and this will be the best energy day ever because of the power and diversity of this group, and also because this year we're getting very serious about focusing on people, on our community. There's so much going on. It's a banner year for clean energy policy, with the legislature and the governor putting forward some major stakes in the ground. 100% renewables by 2045, permanent funding for energy security, community renewables program, and much more. We also have on the horizon the looming decision on the Hawaiian Electric NextEra merger, on whether LNG should be our transition fuel, and whether folks should be leaving the utility grid. A lot of folks are involved in the interrogatories going on at the PUC, and the PUC dockets and decisions aren't forthcoming till the end of the year or beyond. The forum's role and responsibility to our community is to continue the conversation, to make sure that we continue to advance clean energy and that we bring everyone together. We are, after all, in this together, and we all agree that we want to move clean energy ahead in the most beneficial and efficient way. So we decided to go all out this year. Everyone is talking about customers, customer choice, the public and public benefits, and community. So we wanted to involve and engage the public, and we decided to take the technology further too. Those of you who were with us last year, right here, joined us in the testing of technology with LiveSift. We're upping it a notch this year with the help of the UH Information Technology Services team. Will they raise their hands? They're there. We know they're there. They're video streaming the entire event statewide, thanks to Royd and the crew. We are live streaming, and also we'll have this archived on the UH website, as well as on Hawaii Energy Policy Forum's website and on the ThinkTech website. In the afternoon session, we'll use the technology of MeetingSift, that's a new name for LiveSift, during the 3 panel presentations. So we wanted to start our Hawaii Clean Energy Day with important news and inspiration. That's why we asked Governor Ige to open our Hawaii Clean Energy Day and tell us the work he's done in the first 6 months of his new administration, and, as importantly, what he has planned to lead us in our new clean energy future in the coming years. And we have added even more inspiration with awards for what we call transformational achievement. Those who are making a significant difference in 2015 and working on what is and can be game changers for our energy future. So let's start with Governor Ige. We're honored to hear from our 8th governor, hear about his 6 months and his plans for the future, for our future. We've already seen him put his pen to some of the bills we've been working on for years. He will also help us in presenting the first ever awards for transformational achievements in clean energy. He will speak to us on the state and the future of Hawaii's clean energy, including, of course, his plans and policy for advancing it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased and delighted to welcome Governor David Ige to our Energy Day program. A warm welcome for David Ige, the governor of our state.
Thank you very much. I guess they say timing is everything, and like clockwork, I guess I showed up right before I started. So thank you all for the kind words and moving forward. Just wanted to talk a little bit about our current clean energy initiatives. Obviously, it's preaching to the choir, but sometimes I do think that it's important for us to repeat some of these things and then move forward. As you know, Hawaii is the most dependent state in the United States. You know, when I had the opportunity to speak at the Washington Post Empowering Cities, that was evident more and more as that conference proceeded and progressed. You know, we are the only state that are required to be self-sufficient by definition. because there isn't anyone else who is going to be able to help us. We live on an island, geographically the most isolated community on the planet, and if we don't do it, nobody will. So start by the fact that we do import $5 billion approximately of foreign oil to supply our energy needs. About a third of that is to generate electricity. About 2/3 of that is really for transportation, to power our cars and our airplanes and those kinds of things. And I'm really committed to renewables and energy self-sufficiency because $5 billion would make it the third largest segment of our economy after hospitality at $14.7 billion and after federal spending at about $10 billion. So clearly there is huge economic incentive in order for us to do this together. I just wanted to acknowledge Chris Lee and Senator Gabbard, who really for a long time has been advocates, even when I were their colleagues at the state capitol. And I would like to note that this strive for energy self-sufficiency and really moving forward in renewable has spanned, now this is the third administration, and it really is, sorry I'm not speaking well enough. It is something I think, and part of the reason for the success is because I think it's common sense. It makes sense for all of us. It really is, as far as I'm concerned, the only option. Our portfolio standards for renewable energy and energy efficiency, the most aggressive in the nation, are driving innovation necessary to spur the development of clean energy solutions. And let me just say this, from my participation in the Washington Post conference, I've had the opportunity now speak with the administrator at the EPA, spoken with many federal officials. It's not even close. I mean, I don't really know what state is second, but they are so far behind the state of Hawaii that there's really no comparison. So I just wanted to congratulate all of you in the room because all of you have had such a big part of really ensuring that our state is first and foremost the most committed to renewable and a clean energy future. So just thank you for all of you. Our commitment to clean energy has attracted entrepreneurs from around the world in a wide variety of activities. The Clean Energy Initiative, I don't really need preaching to the choir, but like I said, I think it's important to restate it. The first in the nation to include a commitment to 100% renewable portfolio standard and efficiency targets. And whether I met with the Prime Minister of Japan or the administrator at the EPA or the U.S. Department of Energy, clearly they recognize what that commitment means. No one else has even come close to that. I think it's really something that you can all be proud of. And I was able to meet with the Solar Impulse 2 people when they landed at Kalaeloa Airport the other day. And Senator Gabbard was there, and it truly is amazing when you think about when we started this several years ago. The whole notion of an airplane flying around the world without a single drop of fuel, people would have probably thought you're crazy to talk about it. For us to be able to receive and host the Solar Impulse 2 after the longest leg of flight without any fuel other than fuel from the sun, I think is truly remarkable and just talks about what a reach, what an inspiration 100% renewable energy for electricity generation really is. there are a couple things that I learned on my trip to Japan. I was able, and I know that is the Wardy secret, or you guys announced it already? Okay. You know, I did have the pleasure of meeting with the president and COO of Hitachi when I was in Japan, and I can tell you that JumpSmart Maui is high on the Hitachi radar. We had a long conversation about Hitachi's long-standing relationship in Hawaii. As some of you may know, the symbol of Hitachi is that magnificent tree at Moana Loa Gardens. And when I walked into their display and conference room, the tree was front and center and really was and has become the symbol of that organization all around the world. And it was very clear to me that they are grateful to be partners in this endeavor. They really are interested in being partners and learning all that they can. The president repeated so many times about how there will not be any opportunity like the opportunity in Hawaii for Hitachi because no one is looking at the challenges we face and the opportunities that those challenges present. So I just again wanted to congratulate all of you for your part of that, although you're probably not aware. It does make a significant impact. What you do, what we do here in Hawaii has an impact. I did have an opportunity to meet with the president of IBM Japan, and they are definitely interested in working with us. You know, they have really focused on big data, data analytics, looking at how they can take a wide variety of inputs and data analysis and really begin to apply the powers of computational assessment and analytics to really try and help us solve the most complex challenges that our communities face. And so I can assure you that there is extreme interest in how they can be partners with us as we work on this journey for 100% renewable. I don't need to talk to any of you about the technology incubators and the energy accelerators, but I do believe it's important for us to be able to nurture innovation and creative thinking. You know, one of the questions that was posed to me by the Washington Post conference was, what makes you think you'll be successful? You know, and my response to them was, I'm absolutely confident that we'll be successful. And I just told them, if you look at the rate of change, I'm an engineer, right? If you look at the rate of change and the significant improvement made in renewable technologies just in the last 5 years, and if you're just to trend that out, it's obvious that we'll make it. It's not a challenge of generation. You know, we all know that there are many renewable resources that we can use here in the islands. The challenge is about storage and recreation and shifting energy production to meet energy demand. And that challenge is getting better, and batteries and technology are getting better. Inverters and regenerators are becoming more efficient, more intelligent, all the way through the process. So I'm quite confident if you just look at the pace of change, the investments made, the different opportunities that are presented, I'm very confident that we'll make the 100%, especially with the support of the incubators. I also wanted to, as you know, we have made a commitment in the transportation sector. You know, it's for the longest time we were afraid to talk about it because that clearly is the biggest challenge for all of us. I think the electricity generation is pretty well defined, and we kind of know what the parameters. There are still challenges, but the pieces are known, and we can see the trends that will get us there. Transportation is a lot more chaotic, and there still needs to be a lot more activity in that area. But I've asked State Department of Transportation to really take the bull by the horn and really move our community forward. I really think that that is a huge challenge and opportunity for us. As we drive to a renewable future, I believe the transportation challenge will be even bigger than the challenge in electricity generation. Electric vehicle adoption in the state of Hawaii is running ahead of the country. There's nobody else doing as much as we are in terms of consumers choosing to have clean vehicles. But we are adding a couple of things to that. Our partners with the U.S. Department of Energy and the U.S. Department of Defense in moving forward on clean and renewable vehicles is moving. We are partnering with them. We are looking at the airport and seeing what clean energy opportunities we have for the vehicles at the airport to partner with the Department of Defense as they've moved to hydrogen fuel cell vehicles as an opportunity to deal with the challenge of transportation. And we've also made a big commitment to reducing demand in our state transportation facilities. I think the airports is the second largest consumer of electricity, and we've really taken that task at hand. Ford is on a program to aggressively reduce our dependence on fossil fuels at our airports because we, and I believe by leading by example. The other thing that I did want to talk about is about encouraging our communities to be greener. We've been, as a community, pretty aggressive in LEED buildings. Hawaii currently is ranked 9th in the U.S. Green Building Council's ranking of the top 10 states for leadership in energy and environmental design. We've committed state facilities to be LEED certified on a going forward basis. And we continue to look at what investments we can make in state facilities to lead by example and reduce the energy demands of our state facilities. I don't really have to talk about rooftop solar because you all know that Hawaii is by far the leader in rooftop solar in the country. Our penetrations here are higher than any other utility on the planet. The challenges of the utility and the community of what's the best way to deal and manage with distributed generation to the customer premise is a big challenge, and clearly got the attention of energy folks across the country to really find out about what we're doing and why we're doing it. I just wanted to acknowledge Senator Gabbard and Representative Lee for the community solar bill. It really does give us an opportunity to, again, expand participation in solar distribution. The notion that not only those who have the space on their personal rooftops to be able to participate in solar, but the ability to organize community investments and allow a broader community, renters and those who may live in condominiums who don't have the physical space to put a PV system on their roofs, now have the opportunity to participate. And when you add that to our green energy financing program that we passed a couple years ago, it really gives the opportunity for everyone to participate in distributed generation. You know, that was one of the concerns that I had heard when I participated in the Washington Post. How is it that you advocate for programs that really benefit middle class and upper class residents and not have any opportunity for those who can't afford it? And my response to them is that's why we created the green marketing securitization program, and that's why we created the community energy program, because it gives us the tools to allow each and every citizen to participate in this new endeavor. I think that's what I'm going to kind of cut it off at this point. Let me just say this. I think we're all on the right path. It really is about working together as a community. There are many, many more difficult decisions to make. You know, we have supported restructuring at the Public Utilities Commission and supported additional resources for them. The Office of the Consumer Advocate is likewise being supported. There are significant issues that are before us, but I'm confident if we can continue to work together and keep focused on the long-term benefit of renewable energies, that we will get there together. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.